Good morning, one and all. I am Mr. Sarvesh, working as a lecturer in Government Polytechnic, Bhadrachalam. Today, I am going to discuss about the classifications of the soil. Classification is nothing but the arrangement of the soil into a different groups, such that in a particular group of soil have similar kind of behavior. There are different classification systems are available. For the time being, I am going to discuss the classifications as per the Indian standard. As per the Indian standard, the soils have been classified mainly into three groups: coarse grain soils, fine grain soils, and highly organic soils. Coarse grain soils is defined as if the more than 50% of the soil by weight retained on 75 micron ISC, we call it as coarse grain soil. If more than 50% of the soil passed from the 75 micron ISC, we call it as fine grain soils. The coarse grain soils are further divided into two groups called gravel and sand. Gravel is defined as if more than 50% of the soil by weight retained on 4.75 mm, we call it as gravel. If more than 50% of the soil passed from the 4.75 mm and retained from 75 micron ISC, we call it as sand. Sand and gravel further divided based upon their gradation curve and fine content present in the soil. Gravel is divided as a well-graded gravel, poorly graded gravel, silty gravel, or clayey gravel. Similarly, sand is also classified depends upon the grade of gradation curve and the fine content present in the soil, like well-graded sand, poorly graded sand, silty sand, or clayey sand. Fine grain soils are classified based upon the plasticity chart. If the soil is above the A line, we call it as clay; below the A line, we call it as silt. And based on clay and silts are further classified based upon the liquid limit, whether it is a low plastic, medium plastic, or high plastic soils. If the liquid limit is less than 35%, we call it as low plastic. If liquid limit is between 35 to 50, we call it as medium plastic. If the liquid limit is greater than 50%, we call it as high plastic soils. Thank you.